Have you been making videos on YouTube for your business but never seen any return on investment from it? Uncertain whether YouTube works to help your business grow? Spoiler alert, YouTube does work. Most business owners make the same scripting mistake that destroys their chance of ever making money from YouTube. I know this because we manage dozens of YouTube channels for 6 and 7 bigger business owners, and we are consulting on hundreds more in our community. And they are getting massive return on investment from YouTube by following the right script. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact 4-part script structure and then one mistake that is sabotaging everything that turns viewers into paying customers. It's so simple that you can use it for your next video. Here's what's happening to your videos right now. Look at this retention graph. This is what we see from a lot of business owners when they first come to us. Massive drop-offs in the first 30 seconds. You're losing 60 to 70% of your viewers before they even understand what you do or how you can help them. If they don't make it past those first 30 seconds, they can't get to the value. If they don't get to the value, they'll never see your call to action. No call to action means no leads, no sales, no business growth. But here's what's crazy. Once you fix these 4 script elements, everything changes. Let me show you exactly what the ideal script looks like for businesses on YouTube. First is the hook, something you all have heard of. But what does a hook look like? Here's a simple breakdown. Your first 5 seconds are to grab the attention of the viewer with something unexpected. Instead of starting with, "Hey guys, welcome back to the channel," or "In today's video, blah, 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 blah," people already clicked off because this sounds so generic. Start with something that makes them go, "Wait, what?" A bold statement, surprising statistic, or a contrarian opinion. Like, "Most marketing advice will bankrupt your business," or "Everything you know about sales is wrong." This is what we call a pattern interrupt. And now that we have autoplay on videos, you want to make sure this is visually clear as well. Getting attention is just step 1. If you can't prove you're worth listening to, they still leave. Seconds 5 to 15 need to prove you're the right person to teach this. With thousands of experts on YouTube, viewers need a reason to trust you within 10 seconds or less. Or they're gone. Give them one specific credible proof point. After helping 500 plus businesses generate 10 million in revenue, or using the framework that took my clients from 0 to 100,000 in 90 days. Without the credibility, people will have this weird feeling of, who are you to tell me what to do? Even with grabbing the attention and the credibility part, there's one element that determines if they watch to the end. Seconds 15 to 30 must tell them exactly what they'll get and why it matters. This is you delivering on the expectation of the title and the thumbnail. Fake promises like, "I'll share some tips," don't work. People need to know the specific outcome they'll get. Be so specific. Not, "I'll help you get more leads," but by the end of this video, you'll have the exact 3-step framework my clients use to generate 100 qualified leads per month, and you can implement it this week. The value promise is very important to give people a reason to watch the video further. The final part of the hook is my favorite. The curiosity gap is the final element of your hook that creates an open loop. In the viewer's mind, a question or mystery that can only be resolved by continuing to watch. It's the bridge that pulls them from your hook into your next section. This creates psychological tension that keeps them watching. Our curiosity gap is something you need to use after any section, between main points, or before your call to action. Often this can be done visually as well, like blurring something out, which is great as it reduces the length of the hook, getting people closer to value sooner. Here's a textbook example from Natalie Dawson.
These are the 4 best, smartest, and most profitable businesses that you could start in 2025. As the co-founder and president of a $100 million business that has analyzed $5 billion worth of businesses over the past 5 years, I see every single day what kind of business models succeed and which ones fail. And based on the current markets, there are 4 business opportunities that I would personally go into if I wanted to start a $1 million business in 2025.
Don't use weak words or lack of emotion when you're doing this. Avoid being too specific. If there's nothing natural to say, don't feel pressured to use it everywhere in your video. Now that you hooked them, let me show you the mistake that's costing your business money. After you hook, you want to show them exactly what's going wrong and why it matters. The why is important here. People need to feel the pain before they listen to your solution. If you jump straight into teaching without showing the problem, they won't pay attention because they don't see the value. Use visuals like graphs, screenshots, or any other example. Show them the consequences of not fixing this. Raise the stakes by explaining why this matters right now. Then bridge to your solution with hope and a curiosity gap. Here's how it works. Instead of saying, some people struggle with retention, you show them a retention graph and say, look at this retention graph. This is what we see from a lot of business owners when they first come to us. Instead of saying, this might hurt your business, you're more specific and say, if they don't make it past those first 30 seconds, they can't get to the value. If they don't get to the value, they'll never see your call to action. No call to action means no leads, no sales, no business growth. Sounds familiar? And you can easily visualize this, of course. I love what Dea does here, and she says it just straight out right.
So the cost of not having systems is about 1 million things long.
She starts listing the pain points we all experience as business owners. Once the viewer feels the problem, it's time to deliver massive value. There's an exact way that keeps them watching until the end. Deliver your main content in digestible, actionable steps that keeps people watching until the end. Information overload kills retention. People need clear, simple steps they can follow. If you dump everything at once, they get overwhelmed. Click off. Break everything in 3 to 5 different steps. Each step needs 4 elements: what to do, why it works, how to do it, and an example or proof. Between each step, you can then add a curiosity gap. So instead of saying, now for step 2, we say something else like, getting attention is just step 1. If you can't prove you're worth listening to, they still leave. So now they got the value they came for. But here's what most of you go wrong. The final step that turns viewer into paying customers. For the final part of your script, you set up your call to action, creating urgency and curiosity for why they need to care about what you want them to do. Then you roll into your actual call to action. Is that watching your next video or signing up for your lead magnet, getting onto your email list? Whatever it is, keep this as short as possible. Too long and people will click off before you even told them what you want them to do. The thing that makes you money. People will notice when the end is near. So set this part up like you're delivering another piece of value, like an extra step. Getting people to stay for your full video is step 1, but the real money happens when they take action after you're watching. And that all starts with titles and thumbnails that attracts ideal clients to your videos. So watch this next video where I break down the exact titles formulas our 7-figure clients use to turn YouTube viewers into paying customers. The link is right here. If you're interested in more in-depth examples or you need support, consider joining our community of business owners running their own YouTube channel to get actual results consistently.